Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. So I am praying for you, and I want you to keep praying for me too, okay? I really appreciate it. Um, there was something else that I thought I was going to talk about tonight, and maybe I'll get to it one day this week. But a little bit ago, I was in the kitchen, and all of a sudden, I started hearing the word triggers. Triggers. I was seeing it, I was hearing it, triggers. And a trigger is a situation or an event that causes something to happen in someone else. It causes a reaction. But I believe, I know it said situation or event. I think even sometimes a trigger might be a person. So if you're not familiar with it, it is when something happens or someone says something, or like I said, a person may come up that causes some negative reaction, I would believe. Um for this for all intents and purposes right now. We're talking about something that causes a negative reaction or a painful reaction. So if somebody calls you a name, and especially if it's something that you've been called in the past, and it triggers a certain behavior. Same thing with if it's someone who has caused you pain. Let's say it was an abuser and you see that person. It does something in you. Music. There are triggers in music that make you want to do things. do things, bad things. Um, so it could be that music, a scene in a movie, like I said, something someone said, they may not even be talking to you. But their smells, there are lots of things that cause triggers or that are triggers that cause us to have certain reactions. And I say all that to say, get to know what they are and begin to condition yourself. If it's somebody and every time they come around you get agitated, either stay from around them or you have to find a way to fix it. If somebody always makes you feel bad, you know, uh, they make you question yourself, or maybe it's your own insecurity that's being triggered by someone else's presence. Fix that. Fix that. And there are so many instances and examples, but you've got to identify your triggers. Some certain things make people, if they're sad, it triggers them to overeat. If they're angry, they may not eat at all. It's different things. So you got to know you. That is something that, in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be everything that God has called you to be, you've got to know you. You have to know you. Because when you know you, once you start taking apart those things, when something happens, y'all, when you got a sense when you're out of your norm, when something pulls you a different way, you have to realize that. And then once you identify, wait a minute, something happened. When did I feel like this before? And then you have to start making a plan. What are you going to do next time? How are you going to handle it from now on? Because when you know you, even if something catches you off guard, if you've already settled some things within yourself, it shouldn't take you as long to reset, if that makes sense. It shouldn't take you as long to reset. I'm not saying it's going to be instantaneous. Now, if it's somebody you're around all the time, somebody at work that you're with every day, there should come a point when you have reconditioned yourself. But for those things that may just kind of happen sporadically, once you know it and identify it, make mental notes. And so, like I said, just lessen the time. If it normally throws you for 3 days, let's see if we can just cut it down to 1 day. And after you sleep and wake up the next morning, it's different. And then get it down to some hours, and then get it down to an hour, and then get it down to some minutes until you can master this thing. Okay? I want it to get to the point where it is not your trigger, but you can actually stop the trigger. You can stop it from, even if the person comes around you, you can stop it from having that desired effect. It may be a trigger, but I believe you can get to the point where it does not use you as the target. It won't hit the target. It won't hit the target. You'll know to duck. You'll know to move. You'll know to fire first. No, don't fire first. Don't fire first. But I do believe you can get this thing under control. I hope this hasn't been 100% muddy. I hope you get what I'm saying. If you're not sure, always feel free to inbox me. I'll explain it some more. But yeah, triggers. And you got to get to the point where you just take your power back, okay? Don't allow that thing to move you. You stay in who you are. Well, y'all, this has been One More Minute with Marcy, and I'll be back tomorrow with another moment of momentum producing motivation. Until then, stay encouraged. And remember, you got to flutter before you can fly. But flying is in your future. I love y'all.